First though, as I said on Monday, the number one, number two and number three issue that matters to all Australians is the cost of living. Whether it be energy bills, the cost of basics like food, fuel prices, they're down a bit but still crippling, and the big one, paying off the debt you owe your bank to buy a roof over your head. Or, if you're running a small, medium or big business, the increased costs post-COVID of keeping the doors of that business open and, as most importantly, your workers employed. Now, forget all the distractions we're seeing out of Canberra this week and have a listen to one incredible example of a Melbourne aged care operator, Mr Pascuzzi, who will join us shortly live. Lou, like thousands of business people around Australia, is being smashed by rising costs caused by tax increases and policy changes from both the state and federal governments. The Herald Sun in Melbourne broke this story today, and it was followed up on radio. And listening to Lou's year-on-year cost increases, you'd wonder why anybody bothers to build a business and run it in this country anymore. Why would you? If you think I'm exaggerating, well, we'll talk to Lou in a second. Well, I'll tell you I'm not. Lou owns Victoria's biggest family-owned aged care provider, a company called TLC Aged Care. TLC has 12 aged care centres in Melbourne and regional Geelong. His power bills are about to double this year to, wait for it, a whopping $850,000. Double. You wonder what Chris Bowen, who keeps running around the country spouting off about solar and wind power, Bowen was even outside Parliament today in Canberra spruiking EV-powered rideshare services. Now, seriously, Minister, get real. Mr Pascuzzi has solar panels, but the green zealotry shutting down coal-fired power stations and locking up gas supplies sees his power bill double, $850,000 a year. Lou doesn't want an electric-powered Uber. He wants power bill relief. Relief, by the way, you might remind everybody, your government, the Labor government in Canberra, promised during the election campaign. And it doesn't stop in Canberra. While the federal government increased aged care in the recent budget from $223 to $260 per resident per day, their mates in Victoria slapped an increase on payroll tax. The cost for Lou? $1.3 million on top of the payroll tax he pays annually. An extra $1.3 million. A tax for employing people. Now, what a dumb tax that is anyway. And it gets worse. Aged care means lots of laundry. That runs to millions of dollars. But the list goes on and on. Now, aged care, remember, also is now required to have a trained nurse on site 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So he's got to pay for that as well. Lou strikes me as a great operator. And I imagine he's someone like Lou, gave up and shut down his 12 homes. He won't, but others will. And where then will the elderly Australians go to live? Look, I haven't even mentioned food costs in these places. Canberra can spend all their time talking about the voice, prosecuting the case for zero emissions and the implausible ambitions versus reality to get there. People like Lou might not be around much longer if they don't do the right thing and concentrate, as I said, on the cost of living.